Welcome back to this series of videos created to share the benefits with our fellow FSDF members and subscribers to SHD Logistics. This is the penultimate part of the series where we will discuss how to implement a business case for VO and whether it's just about costs or the value of carbon. So Mark, thank you very much for joining us again. Now, to put it in simple terms, emissions reduction is great, but isn't it all about saving money?
I think that would be the simplistic view, that many organisations will see implementation of voltage optimisation or any other energy saving measures as purely about, well, what's my return on investment? But if you're an organisation that is either a CRC participant or you're in a climate change agreement, then there is a value to carbon, which has to be taken seriously. And it's not just the monetary value of that. And of course, with the recent events at the summit in Paris, where they've now agreed the emissions reductions, carbon's going to be repriced across the world. So that could have a significant impact. But it isn't just about that cost. It's about how you are perceived from a corporate, social and responsibility point of view by both your customers and other suppliers.
So can you go into a bit more detail about that? I mean, how is carbon as such going to put more of a value on a business case?
Yeah, sure. Well, we're working with a major multinational that has about 700 vehicles on the road, and they've got over 300 sites. Putting voltage optimisation into their sites will save them money. There's no two ways about it. It's about a 3-year return on investment. They're a big energy spender, that works for them. But when we showed them how much CO2 they would be saving through their energy expenditure and compared that to the vehicles that they had on the road, it was like carbon neutraling 50% of their vehicles or taking half their fleet off the road. Now that is really powerful, and that is powerful because it's factual, but it's also powerful from a marketing point of view because your customers and your suppliers want to see that you're leading the way. So that carbon statement was massive to the client, and that's really now driving it. Yeah. So it's a significant place for them to make an investment because they see it's a total cost of ownership. It's not just about money. When it comes down to price, you live by price, you die by price, as the saying goes, but it's about how we add value to their business and how we make them look better businesses.
So it's essentially about seeing the bigger picture, isn't it?
Yeah, and we have many meetings where it's simply about price. And if it is about price, then maybe we're looking 2 to 3 years on a return on investment. People will put solar in, and it will take them 6 years. They'll put biomass in, which has got 6-year payback. Voltage optimisation, we know from our Chingford Fruit experience that they got a 1-year return on investment. And part of that is because we're quite economical about how we project what our savings are going to be. So that's also part of our approach, is that it's a respectable and reasonable savings levels. The carbon, is there to be marketed because you're doing the right thing. And, we also say to our clients, look, your best customer is somebody else's best prospect. So unless you're prepared to keep on adding value to their business and their supply chain, one day you might wake up and find you've lost that client because you weren't green enough.
And that's the thing now, isn't it? It's being able to take that corporate responsibility.
Yeah, that's very important, and certainly in the cold storage world, they're not supplying to the man in the street typically. They're all working with the multiples, which we know, which is the supermarkets, well publicised businesses who have got a serious green agenda. And with, again, as we mentioned in the previous video, there's a price war on out there. And they're going to be looking to you to do everything you can to reduce cost to them, but also your impact to them, because they don't want to wake up one day to a newspaper headline that says that one of their suppliers isn't as green as they could be. So the carbon is hugely strategic and sometimes overlooked by operational people who aren't really paid to get the bigger picture. It's a senior management deal with the strategic stuff, and whereas it's operational, where often we end up in our conversations who are saying, yeah, carbon's fine, but I'm really interested in cost, and it needs to be elevated to board level to understand the strategic importance.
So you can kind of work with a company to be able to look at where their priorities are laying?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we need to engage with multiple levels within the organisation. The managing director, the sales director will know where they want to put the business. And they may want to have a big green stamp and be environmentally friendly. It's not just about doing the right thing, it's also about, utilising your green credentials to leverage business. Local authorities, not a big cold store user, admittedly, but there are plenty of businesses out there that will not even engage with you unless you have an environmental and sustainability statement or approach to the business. So it's massively important.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And next time we're actually going to be looking at how you can actually finance voltage optimisation.
Yeah, I mean, that's an important thing on there when we're looking at this business case, is that few people wake up in the morning and say, I need to buy myself a voltage optimiser. So the budget tends not to be there. Some organisations have already got budget allocated to this sort of technology, but we've now worked with a funder, and we'll talk more about that in the next video, that's given us an insurance-backed guarantee to our savings. So not only can we fund it, but we can also insure the savings, and that's very, very exciting.
Excellent. Right, well, thank you very much, Mark.
Pleasure, thank you.
So next time we are going to find out about the best way to go about procuring VO, some of the pitfalls, and most importantly, how to avoid them. So visit our website below and subscribe to all our videos and news updates. Bye for now.